Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone, and welcome to a new series of videos I call Winter's Advanced Tactics. I'm Winter, and before we get started, just a quick disclaimer. Warning, the concepts in this video are used to invoke thought, discussion, and to make you as a player think critically about your decisions. These concepts can be used in most shooters and are not exclusive to this game. If you have any comments, questions, please leave a comment down below. In today's video, we will go over camo, movement and exposure, and sound. First, we will take a look at camo and how we can use the game's environment to conceal our presence. In these next two clips, 2 soldiers of 4 different factions are hiding. Try and spot them before they swap positions. Excusing my resolution, were you able to see the soldiers before they moved? Chances are, probably not, and that's okay. A good soldier will lie in wait, but this is a topic we will discuss in a further video. Let's look at a few more examples to show you how something as simple as sunlight can affect visibility. In this instance, we can see 4 factions with different camo in different light.
Keep absolutely still. This vision's based on movement.
Humans are a lot like T-Rexes in video games. Because we cannot see the resolution in video games as we do in real life, much of our flick aiming is based on movement we see. In this next section, we'll take a look at how movement, distance, and background can affect our concealment. In this clip, 2 US soldiers are hiding. Both soldiers are able to shoot and kill me. One is very well hidden, one is not so well hidden. Can you spot them? The soldier on the right was placed with proper background, camouflage match, and distance. The one on the left was placed with less concealment by having mismatched camo type. The main factor here is distance. This next video is another example of the previous video, however, this is to prove that even with mismatched camo type, concealment is still an option. This next video is made to highlight background and how critical it is to concealment. As before, both are able to engage me. This next segment is about movement. 2 soldiers are placed in optimal concealed settings. Both are moving. Can you spot them? Distance does not play a factor here. It may look obvious, but one is using the control look function to look around, while the other is looking around without using control look. Just something to keep a note of while you play. These next videos are used to highlight how exposed you are, how visible you are, and how long you take to cover a set of ground using optimal background. Now we get to crouch movement. Our hitbox becomes smaller, yet we use more stamina to cover the same ground, and we take longer to cover that same ground. Now we get to prone movement. Our hitbox grows, and if we choose to sprint crawl, we use a massive amount of stamina, and we are exposed for the longest, yet we have the best concealment at distance. If you were to guess where an enemy might be, where would you guess first? Smoke is a great offensive weapon and will be discussed in its own future video, but what I want to bring your attention is that the smoke also draws any hostile eyes towards that point and may have enemies investigate. Remember, slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Sound, as in most games, is one of the major senses one must utilize to your advantage. Almost every action and vehicle has a unique sound to give a proper threat assessment of the battlefield. While I could go over every unique sound, this would be a very long video, and I just want to give you some key points that aren't so easily learned. This first round of videos is to show how a weapon sounds at different distances. Using my two trusty volunteers, as with camo and movement, sound here is affected by a myriad of settings and setups. This is once again for the average player. Note here that we hear the crack of the bullet breaking the sound barrier and then the bang resulting in the detonation of the round. Use this to your advantage to determine threat distance and direction. This final segment is used to express how each movement type makes different sounds. You must use your head in each situation to determine if speed or stealth is what you need to use for each situation. This concludes my period of instructions on camo, movement, exposure, and sound. Thank you for joining me. Stick around for some bloopers while making this video.
Being distributed throughout your body, right? Well, I'm saying, well, yeah, but like, for instance, if I stand up fully, right, the weight's going to be like distributing down through like my shoulder, my back, my arms, through my legs, and then to my feet. But if I'm crouching, it doesn't get that distributing effect. It just goes by like super fast. I don't know how to, I forget what I'm trying to say, but
I'll catch. Oh.